Alright, welcome back to another episode of PalarX Garage. I actually worked on my car last night. I did a couple things. Let's go see what I got, or what I did. So, what I did was I installed the cold pipe of the intercooler system. So that's on right there, all the way down to the intercooler. So I actually didn't do too much. Stared at my connectors for a little bit. Ran my hose for my blow-off valve. Kind of try to hide it because I don't like the color of the hose. Put on my throttle cable. Pretty simple stuff. Yeah. So today we're gonna try to work on this. This is what we got, and hopefully. So I'm gonna go work on these. Change out these broken injector connectors, and then we're gonna go ahead and change the oil filter out, put in some fresh oil, build up the oil pressure, make the oil run through the turbo, then prime up the fuel, and then hopefully we can we're gonna crank it up for a first start. I still need to do the cooling system. As you can see, my radiator's still not there. I don't have my hoses on. I don't have the fans wired up. Nothing. I just want to see if it will fire up, and yeah, fingers crossed. So I actually brought my soldering iron, some solder, and some heat shrink. But I did order this a while back, and I'm actually thinking about trying it out. Yeah, it's some, I guess, new style heat shrink solder thing where you use a heat gun. I don't know how it's gonna be or how it is, but figured maybe I'll try it out on my own car and see how it is before using it on other people's cars or whatever. Alright, so I did one connector. I don't know if you saw in the time lapse, I actually sliced my finger with the blade, trying to cut the stuff. So stopping here for now to do like a little bit of a review on the won't focus. Anyways, a review on these connectors, because I've used butt connectors or crimping connectors. And this is, I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty convenient, but looking at it, it doesn't look like it could provide a fully solid connection like solder does, but I think it'll do the job. So I'm just gonna continue. I'm gonna wrap this up with electrical tape and then continue with the other 3 injectors, and then yeah, hopefully we get to crank today. Alright, so there you have it. All brand new fuel injector connectors. No clips are cracked. I reconnected the auto air control valve connectors, the throttle position sensor connectors, engine cooling temperature sensor, my new knock sensor, but it's the old extension harness, the coolant sensor, distributor connectors connected, MAP is connected, intake air temperature is connected, the entire engine harness is connected. I even put my ground that's hidden back there. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear out the engine bay a little bit, top off the oil, and then take out the fuel pump relay fuse, and then cross my fingers from there. All right, we'll be back in a little bit. All right, so I connected the battery temporarily. I'm only using that battery because it's a lot stronger than my other battery that I need to put in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and crank it. Disconnected the fuel pump fuse and the EGI fuse, so that way no fuel goes through and tries to start. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to crank it so I can cycle some oil through the turbo and the lines, because obviously there's no oil in it till I just recently put in. So I need to cycle the oil, and then hopefully we'll see what happens. Alright, so it sounds pretty weak, but I'm gonna go ahead and call my brother out. I'm gonna go check for spark, make sure that I have spark before I actually try to fire it up. Alright, so my brother's actually playing Call of Duty right now, real quick. He's dropping into a match. So while we're waiting for him, so I can go ahead and check for spark. If you guys didn't check out Standalone Guam yet, they got some cool merchandise. Check them out on Instagram, Facebook. Go ahead and send them a DM on Instagram if you want to place an order. But check them out. As you can see, it says only you can make it happen. Basically what a lot of us been doing, standing alone, getting your stuff together, you know, things like that. But yeah, check them out, and gotta wait for my brother so I can check for spark. Alright, so my brother's done playing Call of Duty, or at least that one match. Using a brand new spark plug. This is how I'm gonna check for spark. I got it plugged into my cylinder 1 spark plug wire. I'm gonna try to make contact with ground. What the heck's wrong with this thing? Anyways, make contact with ground, and then watch for spark as he cranks over here from the spark plug. Hopefully we got cross my fingers this time. But go ahead, crank. So we still don't have spark. Okay. Alright, so it's dark already. Hopefully I found the problem, but didn't get spark earlier. I did numerous tests. I can probably show you a picture of what I tested on the distributor connector and the ignition coil connector. Then I kind of like pondered about why the hell is spark not traveling all the way to the spark plugs. So I figured, should I have an old distributor that was working, and let's go ahead and try it. Redid the timing, put in the old distributor, and then all of a sudden I got spark again. So we're gonna go ahead and prime up the fuel pressure, and then hopefully my car doesn't flood, or the engine doesn't flood with gas again, and it actually fires up this time. But let's go ahead and see this official first startup after finding out the spark. There you go, I already primed up the fuel pressure, and my brother's go ahead and prime it one more time. You hear the injector spraying. Alright, let's go again.